The Vatican has officially confirmed the passing of Pope Francis, who died following a severe stroke, a prolonged coma, and irreversible heart failure. His death marks the end of a 12-year journey leading the Catholic Church, a period remembered for its bold reforms, deep compassion, and heartfelt closeness to ordinary people. While the world joins together in mourning, this moment also offers a quiet opportunity for reflection. Beyond the sorrow, we are reminded of the delicate nature of health, especially as we grow older. The conditions that led to Pope Francis's death, stroke, coma, and heart failure, are not distant medical terms, but real risks that many seniors quietly face every day. It's easy to think of health problems as sudden, unexpected events, but in truth, they often build up silently over years. Little choices, what we eat, how much we move, how well we manage stress, can slowly shape our futures. A stroke doesn't usually come without warning. It is often the result of long-term pressure on the blood vessels. Similarly, heart failure doesn't arrive overnight. It reflects the heart's slow, weary struggle after years of unnoticed strain. Moments like this gently remind us that taking care of our health isn't just about living longer. It's about living better. It's about waking up each morning feeling strong, enjoying time with loved ones, and continuing to share our wisdom and warmth with the world. Today, as we honor the memory of a beloved leader, let us also honor ourselves by learning, reflecting, and making small, loving choices for our own well-being. Stay with us through this video as we explore important lessons that could make a meaningful difference in your health and your life. And if you feel moved by this message, please share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to join a community that believes in living well at every age. 3. Stroke. When we heard the sad news of Pope Francis's passing, many of us felt a deep pang of sorrow. A man so full of wisdom, kindness, and life, taken by something as sudden and devastating as a stroke. It reminds us how fragile life can be and how important it is to pay attention to our health, even in the quiet moments we often overlook. A stroke happens when the blood flow to the brain is interrupted. Within minutes, brain cells begin to die, and without fast treatment, the damage can be permanent or even fatal. Pope Francis, despite all the care and resources available to him, could not escape the heavy hand of this condition. And so, it's worth taking a moment to understand how strokes happen, and more importantly, what each of us can do to lower our risks. One of the leading causes of stroke is high blood pressure. Over the years, uncontrolled blood pressure puts extra strain on blood vessels, making them more likely to burst or become blocked. It's often called the silent killer because there are no warning signs until something serious happens. For those of us growing older, it's crucial to have our blood pressure checked regularly, not just when we're feeling unwell, but as a routine part of caring for ourselves. Diabetes is another major factor. When blood sugar levels are not well managed, they can damage the walls of blood vessels, making strokes more likely. Similarly, high cholesterol, or fatty blood, as some call it, can lead to the buildup of plaque in arteries, blocking the flow of blood to the brain. But the risks don't end there. Lifestyle habits we might have picked up over a lifetime also play a big role. Smoking, for example, narrows blood vessels and thickens the blood, making clots more likely. Drinking too much alcohol weakens the heart and disrupts healthy blood flow. A lack of physical movement, something as simple as spending too many hours sitting still, can quietly raise our risks without us even noticing. Still, the story doesn't have to end in sadness. There are simple, powerful steps we can take, no matter our age, to protect ourselves. Regular blood pressure checks, even just at the local pharmacy, can catch silent problems early. Eating a diet rich in green vegetables, colorful fruits, whole grains, and healthy fat supports the heart and keeps blood vessels strong. Taking gentle walks every day, stretching in the morning, even small bits of movement can make a difference. Most importantly, recognizing the early signs of a stroke could mean the difference between life and death. If you're someone near you suddenly experiences a drooping mouth, weakness in an arm or leg, or has trouble speaking clearly, do not wait. Call for help immediately. Every second counts when it comes to the brain. Pope Francis's passing is a great loss, but his life was a testament to resilience, care, and compassion. Let his story be not only a cause for mourning, but also a gentle reminder that by caring for our bodies, we honor the life we have been given. There's still so much beauty ahead. Grandchild smiles, family dinners, the feel of the sun on our skin, but only if we take the small, faithful steps to stay strong. And perhaps that's the real legacy we can carry forward. Living every day with the awareness that health is not just a gift we receive, but one we nurture with each mindful choice we make. 2. Coma, causes and prevention. The news of Pope Francis's passing touched hearts across the world. As we learned more about his final days, we discovered that he had fallen into a coma, a deep, unresponsive sleep from which he never awoke. For many of us, the idea of coma feels distant, like something that happens to others. Yet understanding how and why coma happens can help us protect our own health and that of the people we love most. A coma is not simply deep sleep. It's a serious medical emergency where the brain is so injured or deprived of oxygen that it can no longer maintain consciousness. In Pope Francis's case, the coma was the result of a severe stroke, one of the most common causes. When blood supply to the brain is interrupted, parts of the brain can become permanently damaged. If the damage is extensive enough, the brain may shut down into a protective but deeply dangerous state, coma. Other causes of coma can come quietly, without the drama of a sudden stroke. Severe infections, especially those affecting the brain like meningitis, can trigger coma if left untreated. Complications from diabetes, such as extremely high or low blood sugar levels, can also lead to loss of consciousness. Heart attacks or sudden cardiac arrest, where the heart stops pumping oxygen-rich blood to the brain, are another silent doorway into coma. Hearing about Pope Francis's long coma reminds us how important it is to maintain overall health, not just treat symptoms when they appear. Prevention is our strongest shield. Managing chronic illnesses like high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease isn't just about living more comfortably. It's about preserving brain function and keeping the body's systems running smoothly, reducing the chances of a coma ever taking hold. Simple actions can make a big difference. Regular checkups with a doctor, even when you feel fine, help catch problems before they grow serious. Maintaining a heart-healthy diet, rich in fiber and low in processed sugars and unhealthy fats, supports circulation and helps prevent stroke. Staying active, even through gentle daily walks, keeps your blood flowing and your muscles strong. It's these everyday habits, repeated faithfully over the years, that build a fortress around our most precious asset, our mind. Yet even with the best care, emergencies can happen. That's why recognizing early warning signs is so crucial. Sudden confusion, weakness, severe headaches, slurred speech. These are all red flags that something serious could be happening in the brain. If you or someone close to you shows these symptoms, call for emergency medical help immediately. Fast treatment can sometimes reverse the damage and prevent a coma altogether. Pope Francis's journey reminds us of the delicate balance we live with each day. His life was filled with compassion, humility, and service to others, values that can also guide how we care for ourselves. Protecting our health isn't just about living longer. It's about living fully with the clarity to love, to serve, and to savor each beautiful moment life offers. So let's honor his memory by paying closer attention to our bodies, listening to their quiet whispers before they become cries for help. A little caution, a little care, and a lot of love for ourselves. That's how we continue the work of living in the spirit of hope he so often preached. 1. Irreversible heart failure, causes and prevention. As more details of Pope Francis's final days were shared, we learned that his passing was not only due to a stroke and coma, but also a heartbreaking reality: irreversible heart failure. His heart, after years of tireless service to his mission and his people, simply could not go on. And while the Pope's journey has now moved beyond this life, it offers us all a powerful reminder to reflect on the health of our own hearts. Heart failure happens when the heart muscle becomes too weak to pump blood efficiently to meet the body's needs. When blood isn't circulated properly, other organs begin to suffer. It's a slow, exhausting process, one that often creeps in quietly, without clear warning, until the damage is advanced. High blood pressure is one of the most common culprits behind heart failure. When blood vessels are under constant strain from elevated pressure, the heart has to work harder and harder to push blood through. Over the years, this extra workload can cause the heart's muscles to thicken, stiffen, and eventually weaken. For many seniors, blood pressure starts rising subtly, making it even more important to keep an eye on it before symptoms develop. Another silent enemy is coronary artery disease, the gradual buildup of plaque inside the arteries that feed the heart. As the arteries narrow, blood flow to the heart muscle is restricted, starving it of oxygen and nutrients. Without enough fuel, parts of the heart can become damaged, setting the stage for heart failure to take hold. Sometimes this happens after a heart attack. Other times, it progresses slowly without any dramatic event. Lifestyle plays a major role too. A diet high in processed foods, sugary snacks, and unhealthy fats can clog arteries and weaken the heart. Excess body weight forces the heart to work harder, increasing wear and tear. And when we don't move our bodies enough, when long days of sitting become the norm, the heart's strength fades little by little. Hearing about Pope Francis's struggle reminds us that heart health doesn't take care of itself. It must be protected, nurtured, and honored with small daily choices. Getting regular heart checkups, even when you feel well, allows doctors to spot early signs of trouble. Controlling blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels can dramatically reduce the strain on the heart. Healthy habits are not about restriction, they're about renewal. Adding more heart-friendly foods to your plate, like leafy greens, fatty fish rich in omega-3s, and handfuls of nuts, gives your body the tools it needs to thrive. Gentle, regular movement, whether it's a morning walk, a bit of gardening, or a few simple stretches, keeps your heart strong and your spirits lifted. And quitting smoking, even after years of the habit, can begin to heal your blood vessels and reduce your risk almost immediately. In moments of loss like this, as the world says goodbye to a beloved spiritual leader, we are also gifted a quiet opportunity to care more tenderly for our own lives. Our hearts are the rhythm of our existence, not just keeping us alive, but allowing us to feel love, joy, and gratitude. Pope Francis lived a life filled with kindness, compassion, and humility. Let us follow his example, not only in how we treat others, but also in how we treat ourselves. Protecting our hearts is an act of hope, of faith, and of love, and it is never too late to start.